welcome. We are live at Tattnall Square Academy, where we are a little over 2 hours away from kickoff between the Tattnall Trojans and Washington Wilkes. The very first time Tailgate13 has made it to Tattnall Square Academy.
Yeah, we've been wanting to get here for a while, and we see why. Look at all this back here. They got a Jones Zone banner back there. No Malloy Zone yet. We're working on that.
That's all right, and we are right next to where the baseball field is. Of course, the Tattnall baseball team won the GHSA Class A state championship in baseball.
It's a beautiful campus, and we're excited to be here. These fans will turn up tonight. And you talked about the matchup. Not a whole lot to cover on it, really.
Well, not really, because it's the first time they've ever met. Tattnall comes in undefeated. Washington Wilkes is winless this season. If Tattnall wins, they'll be 4-0. That would match their win total of a year ago when they had a down season, and they went 4-6.
Now, who are you going to be looking for on the field? Ahmad
Barrett. Who are you watching?
Running back Ahmad Barrett. That's who I'll have my eye on there. 5'7", 165 pounds. He's a senior. Big play potential. Had a 79-yard TD run last week. Also a 40-yard and a 31-yard run this season. Rush-heavy offense, and he splits time with Antoine Davis.
Yeah, Antoine Davis is also a very good player. He's not very big. He's 5'9", about 160 pounds, just a sophomore. He's had runs of 40 yards and 64 yards this season. He also plays cornerback. Coach says he is a hard hitter, so you look for him on both sides of the ball, Ben.
All right, here's an injury report. Quarterback Miles Morris, 6 foot, 185-pound sophomore. His return will help balance out the rushing attack, so he's back. Big play potential, 9 TDs as a freshman. Turns the ball over sometimes. 9 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. And his return, though, is going to allow the backup QB, Destin Mack, to return over to the defensive side of the ball.
Well, I think Miles has grown, too, because he started as they put him in there last year, midseason, as a freshman, and he did have some growing pains, but they're really high on him. Of course, Destin Mack has been playing quarterback, but they're going to move him into the defensive backfield, where they really look forward to having him back there. Obviously, when he's playing quarterback, you can't play him on defense, too. Can't afford to get him hurt, but he will certainly shore up a defense that has only given up 7 points this year.
That's pretty talented to play both sides of the ball like
yes,
this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen, let me tell you, it feels good.
A little bit of a breeze kicking up. We like it.
We're kind of half in the shade, half out. Later on, everybody will be in the shade when the sun goes down, and it will not be bad. It's not fall-like, but that's a hint to full weather later. Next Friday could be. Let's talk about tonight, though. We're going to be looking at upper 60s as we go through the overnight into tomorrow morning. And then as we get on into the headlines, we will have a hot and dry weekend. Small rain chance mainly to our south if we see anything. You can see there the sunset around 7:29. The current numbers, it's warm out here. We're teetering around 90 degrees in a lot of spots. And we'll continue with this as we go through the weekend, maybe 90 plus. And the radar, for the most part, is clear and quiet. Coming up in a little bit, we will dig into the models. That front we talked about yesterday may make some headway getting here next week. And it could bring some fall-like numbers. Could the operable.
Oh, yes. Typical weather guy. I think we have some refreshments coming here right now.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah.
We'll take them.
Wow,
What is this?
Yes, indeed. Pinkies. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Pinky sells them over there by the concession stand parked on the track over there. You'll be able to take advantage of them. All right, we have much more coming up. We're going to talk with Tattnall AD Todd Wetzel, also coaches the basketball team. Find out a little bit more about the school. Stay with us. Tailgate 13 live at Tattnall Square Academy. Fired up.
Yes.
Welcome back. We are live at Tattnall Square Academy again. It is Tailgate 13. Tattnall and Washington Wilkes, a little over 2 hours away. And one man who, although he does not coach football, has to take a lot of time worrying about football and other things. I wouldn't say worrying. It's the athletic director at Tattnall Square Academy, Todd Wetzel, now in his 8th season. Pleased to have him joining us now. And, of course, as the athletic director, I guess you are in charge of a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
Getting prepared for a football game is just one of them, is it not?
That's right. That's right. We're glad to be home. We've been on the road for several weeks and had an open week, so we're just glad to be back at it tonight.
For folks that don't know a lot about Tattnall Square Academy, tell them a little bit about the school, Todd.
Well, this is a great Christian school, got a wonderful family atmosphere, and my family's felt welcomed here and been, like I said, my 8th year here. And so the family atmosphere is great. We have a wonderful athletic tradition, particularly in football. And
Coach Barney Hester, of course, was the one. I mean, I came here in 1982. That was actually when Barney started at Tattnall, was his first season. And, of course, the way he built that program up, had great success there. And also even actually across the board, including winning a GHSA state title in baseball last spring right out here on this field.
That's right. That's our most recent state championship. We will recognize that team on senior night and here in just a couple of weeks in the Twiggs County game. So we're excited to have those guys that have moved on to college come back and recognize them.
Of course, you are a Class A school, so with a small enrollment, I guess it's kind of it's kind of a balancing thing. I mean, you're doing the best you can, but you have to have a really good group of people in order to make it work.
We do. The coaches, we're a team. Our kids, we have to share the athletes. And so a lot of these football players play basketball and they play baseball. And so, it's a total team effort, top to bottom, with the parents included. So.
Team indeed. TSA, that's what it is. It's all about team. Coach, thanks very much. We appreciate you being here. We look forward to seeing you on the basketball court and, of course, running around tonight. Of course, it's all about the weather, too, Ben. We're glad to see the sun is shining.
Yes, indeed, Frank, it is. Hey, guys, I tell you, the signs here. What's your name?
Kirsten Grinstead.
Hey.
Lauren Fountain.
Okay, so you made these signs? That's Coach Jones, though. We're no relation, no relation. All right, so you're good at making signs. Can you do the weather? Can you tell me the weekend forecast is next? Say the weekend forecast is next? Neither one of them can say it. We've got a lot of learning to do here. We're back with weather right after this. Come on. Oh, boy, I tell you what, by the end of the season, this will not be advisable to be eating this pink ice thing. But today, it is highly advisable. Hot stuff out here, folks. Let's go ahead and show you what's going on with the weather. You got a weekend coming up, and you probably want to know about it. And next week, there could be a little treat for you. No promises, though. Let's get on into what's going on for tonight. We'll be looking at upper 60s. That is not going to be during game time. That'll be the overnight low by tomorrow morning. We'll be looking at a few clouds tonight. Nice football night overall. A little bit of a light breeze. As we go on through, the weekend should be hot on the headlines, and we're going to stay dry except for a little rain chance as we go farther toward the south, and then another rain chance coming in to start the week, and maybe a fall feeling next week. Current numbers, again, they're a little bit on the stout side as we sit at 91 in Macon right now. And we can see across central Georgia all the other numbers. But again, once the sun goes down around 7:30 or so, should start to cool down. But I think that first quarter, you won't need a blanket. Doppler Max HD shows clear skies. We've got some rain off in the Carolinas, but shouldn't affect us. As we continue to zoom forward and click on through these, we'll go on to the next map and show you a future view, which will give you an idea that, again, maybe a couple of sprinkles in some of our southern counties as we go through the weekend. But I'm really looking for dry weather for most of us for tomorrow and Sunday. But again, maybe like a 10% shot of something. Future view again, you'll see that as we go through time. The low spinning out in the Carolinas offshore there, and more as we get on into next week, we should start to see a rain chance come on in. The long-range models show that. And what we also see on the long-range model is not only the rain chance for Monday and Tuesday, but a front making its way across toward the east. And you can see the clearing that takes place as it goes toward the east. That should be cooler and drier air moving on in to the plains and into the Midwest. Let's go on over to the 7-day and show you what's up. Again, we've got heat, low 90s as we go through both days this weekend. And then we will see about a rain chance as we get on into the start of the week. And then the rest of next week should start to see maybe a cool down if the front gets all the way through here. I went on a limb and put upper 50s for Friday morning and low 80s this time next week. Now that would be nice. We'll see if it comes through. Right now we're sweating it at Tattnall. Tailgate show continues. I can't find Frank. Where is he? We'll find out after this. This is so good.
Welcome back. Now, we don't have the cheerleaders behind us or the band, but we do have the Beach Boys rocking out through the stereo here, so we kind of enjoy that coming up. All right, joining me now is Jerry Mullis. Of course, when you're talking about high school football, you talk food, and Jerry has been the king of this particular slab of concrete here in the end zone. The field's right there for many, many years now, over 10 years now. How did this all start, Jerry?
Just ended up at the grill. I couldn't really tell you. Here's the grill, start cooking. And I've been here ever since.
Now, talk about some of the groups you cook for, because, I mean, it's not like your normal thing. You're actually cooking for a certain set of people, are you not?
Yeah, well, I cook for the hamburgers and hot dogs for the concession stand, and then I cook for the line guys at halftime, and then I cook for the coaches after the game's over.
So you're literally starting to cook early. Of course, we got you here a little early. So you're literally cooking now through most of the evening with different groups coming in.
Yeah, I cook till the game's over.
Any particular specialties when it comes to tailgating or grilling?
I cook the coaches lemon pepper wings, and they really like them because they cook for about 2.5, 3 hours, and they come out perfect.
What is the secret to cooking good tailgate food?
Time and standing over it.
It's one of those things you can't just slap something on, flip it 5 minutes later, and figure it's going to turn out good.
No, and how you season it and all that.
Now, as far as you go now, is this something you built or something you bought as far as this grill?
This is one of the parents at Tattnall brings the grill up here for us to use.
And then you just start going to town.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's charcoal grill, so I have to add the charcoal and let it heat up and then start cooking.
Now, the one good thing is you at least do have a view of the game, do you? And now, how much time do you pay to this? Are you trying to divide time between this and what's going on?
I'm usually mostly right here. I get to watch the game some, but not as much as I'd like to.
You've been affiliated with the school a long time. You had kids go here a little while back, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
So a little bit of blue and gold Tattnall blood comes out, huh?
That's right. It definitely does.
Jerry Mullis, thank you very much. All right, here we'll be cooking. The hams and the hot dogs are already going. The wings go on a little later because this coaches won't eat them till about 10:30 or so. Football, we're live at Tattnall Square Academy. It's Tailgate 13 on a beautiful night to watch a game. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Well, you know, for some, football is all about winning. For others, it's all about making friends, making memories. And that's exactly what happened last Friday night when Tattnall took on Pacelli.
Yeah, Marvin James telling us that aside from getting the win, another big win, their third win without a loss, one Trojan made a selfless act to help out a friend. Here's what happened.
When Zion Blasingame took a kickoff 99 yards to the house, fans in the stands thought that this would be the most impressive thing they saw on the field that Friday night. Little did they know there was still more to come.
Tyler needs to get at least one carry here tonight, and what he does with it is going to be up to him. Well, sure enough, in the third quarter, I believe late third, maybe early fourth, he got that one carry, and it was just a great moment. Well, at the end of that run, instead of going the full 75 at the 1 yard line, he stepped out of bounds. And I knew he did it on purpose, but I wasn't sure why.
You know, it took me a couple seconds to figure out what he was doing, and then I figured out, man, that's a teammate for you right there.
Tyler stepped out at the 1 yard line so his friend could score his first ever touchdown.
It looked like he scored to me, so I was getting ready to go cheer him up, and Coach said D1, so I was like, oh my goodness, I guess it's my time to shine.
Dylan Shaw did indeed shine. He lined up behind the quarterback and for the first time ever crossed the goal line and scored. All made possible because Tyler went out of bounds the play before.
Well, if he just gave that opportunity to score for me, then it made me feel pretty good, and it meant a lot.
A feeling that didn't end when he scored.
It was amazing. It was truly a blessing for them to watch me do that, and then everybody run and jump on my back and stuff like that.
It wasn't just a win on the field, it was a win in the heart of the Tattnall program.
It was just a powerful statement about team and family, and so we couldn't be any more proud of Tyler and of the team for how they responded to this opportunity.
All right, well, you know, Todd Wessel, we were talked about Tattnall, we talked about team and family, and that piece right there pretty much illustrates what it's about.
That is a really cool story right there.
Just looking out for everybody else in the midst of all that's happening and looking out for one another because, you know, when you're playing football, you better be in it together.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah.
It's a family. I tell you what, we're amped up here at Tattnall. We'll be back with other games to be watching for tonight. Tailgate 13 continues next.
of blue and a lot of gold and a lot of excitement because I'll just talk. You just continue to eat.
What?
You just continue to eat. The Tattnall has not been home since the first week of the season. Yeah. Then they had an off week, and then they've been on the road, so they haven't been home for more than a month. So these folks are excited
That's how old
to
these
watch
hot dogs are?
Just save me one.
Yeah, well.
Not the only game, Tattnall and Washington Wilkes, that we're keeping our eyes on. Also going to be checking out Westside and Peach County in the Valley, Taylor County and Macon County in Montezuma in what should be a shootout. West Lawrence and Warner Robins and McConnell Talbot, East Lawrence and Dublin, the Shamrock Bowl. Unbeaten Lincoln counties at once beaten Stratford, Eagles Landing at the Barking Lot against Jones County, Bleckley and Northeast at Thompson Stadium, Dodge County playing Southwest at Henderson Stadium, and of course Veterans and Perry tonight. They're playing that one at Freedom Field. Highlight scores and much more tonight. Football Friday night at 11:30. I know, doing the weather can be tiring, can it not be, my friend?
Oh, God, it's so good. It's so good, that pink stuff. Hey, and I got to look to make some Jones on ground this week.
Oh, that's
too.
right.
4 games back.
So you're counting on this week Taylor County to pull the upset in Montezuma, correct?
Yeah.
Against Macon County.
Yeah. Who were the other two? I don't remember.
Well, we had Dodge and Southwest. You both took Dodge.
Dodge. Okay, so that's going to be we'll get the same on that one. And then I don't remember what the other game was. I'm just drawing a blank.
Oh, good. You're going to do really
we'll
well.
remember it before the 6 o'clock show. I tell you, again, it's going to be a hot start to the night tonight, but then it'll be nice once the sun goes down, and then a hot weekend is moving in. We'll have more on that coming up.
Big thanks to all the folks here at Tattnall Square Academy. Time now to close out our 5 o'clock news and our tailgate show with...
That's a look back at the week that was. This is home, and as always, it is straight from the heart.
You got to live it up, y'all. Let's go. It's a big world, and now we're loving this town. It's our turn, so put your hands up. We on the big screen, and everybody's here living out our dreams. Dreams, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Don't be scared, take a chance, come on, give me a hand. It's time to laugh, time to smile, now let's get up and dance. Come on everybody, let's live it up.